those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV, we engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And tonight is another powerful discussion that we have really organized for you. The aim of this platform is for education and also to enlighten the young people on the continent of Africa and in diaspora and anybody that cares to learn. Step Out Youth Impact Zone is taking the continent by surprise just because of the kind of help that we bring on the show. And tonight is no exception. Tonight, I have got two young people, one from Kenya and the other from the United Kingdom. But before I come to them to introduce them, I would like to really make mentions of the sponsors of this program. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting firm. And also they work with schools and colleges in terms of the personal development of students. Also ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call them and they will sort you out. Also ZPay Ghana Limited, that is your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched their ZPay mobile money USSD code, and that is *270#. Just dial it on your phone to register for ZPay mobile money. Then also Wheels for Sure. Wheels for Sure is your company based in the UK. Wheels for Sure is your car leasing company for every credit. Wheels for Sure says it doesn't matter your credit history, you can walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. When you call Wheels for Sure, code T2I 2020 and they will sort you out. Now, if you want to contact any of the sponsors, their contact details are scrolling on the screen. Just take it and contact them. And when you contact them and you tell them you got it from T2I TV UK, you are more likely to get a very good deal. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, you are more than happy to do so. Just take the T2I TV UK number or the Train to Inspire Consultancy number, and we are going to work with you. Now, for those that don't know me, my name is Oscar Bimpong. I am going to be your host for tonight. And Oscar Bimpong is an author, transformational speaker, corporate trainer, and a business consultant. Now, tonight, I have got two young people, as I said earlier on. One is from the United Kingdom and one is from Kenya. And who are these young people that I'm talking about? The first one on top of the screen is called Latoya Lakimbi. And she is a 14-year-old Liverpool's best-selling young author. She is a co-founder of Lakimbi Global Publishing, and she's the CEO of Taste Eyes Cosmetics. Please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you so much for having me and inviting me. My name is Latoya Lakimbi. I am a 3 times best-selling author. I'm the author of short stories by Latoya Lakimbi, Casey's Diary, and Casey's Diary and Anderson Adventure. And I'm also the CEO and founder of Taste Cosmetics, which is where I do organic and natural products which help young children and women feel confident in their natural skin. I'm also a motivational speaker and public speaker who empowers young girls so to help them build their confidence and self-esteem. And I also have a website which is www.lakambiglobalpublishing.com, where I help loads of young children who have potential, who need support.
Wow. I think we have a bit of technical issue with Sheila, but she can join the platform later. Now, how has your day been? How has your day been the whole day?
It's been good, thank you. And I was very excited for the interview today.
Wow. I think Sheila has joined now. Let's see if you can bring her on board. All right, Sheila. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, so let me introduce Sheila quickly. And Sheila is an 11-year-old Kenyan who is a multi-award winner. She is an artist, designer, model, and upcoming actress and a musician. I call her the woman that wears so many different hats. Welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
I'm also happy to host talented young people like you, and trust me, I'm just looking forward to a powerful discussion. Now, our topic for discussion is you are going to talk about your entrepreneurial journey and how at such a young age you've been able to really achieve a lot when it comes to entrepreneurship. But before I go on, who is Sheilah Sheldone in your own ways, as Latoya has already told us?
My name is Sheilah Sheldone, and I am multi-talented. I'm 11 years old and I come from Kenya. I am an artist, designer, a model, a singer, a public speaker, and an upcoming actress. I have won numerous awards, one as the Global Child Prodigy Award 2020 under the category of art. I've also won the Global Child Achievers 2020 also under the category of art. In 2018, I won the Youngest Lioness Award 2018 from the US. I have also won in Kenya. I've won the Most Promising Talent. And apart from that, I have received a recognition from the Coast Women for the great work I've been doing around the Coast community.
Wow, that is quite interesting. At such a young age, and you'll be able to achieve all these. I'm wondering what the next 10 years is going to be if you continue to work hard this way. And congratulations to all of you for the good work
you're
doing. Yes. Now let me go to Latoya. Latoya, you have authored your third book. What kind of books have you written, and where do you get your inspiration from to write?
So
to write at such a young age.
So the first ever book I published was Short Stories by Latoya Lakimbi, and Short Stories is a series of short stories for young children, and each story contains a different moral story which comes in handy to these little children, and they have like little girls' confidence tips, always to be truthful, always to be yourself and be unique. And then my next 2 books, which were the bestsellers, are the Casey's Diary series. The first Casey's Diary is just Casey's Diary. And then this one is Casey's Diary, an Anderson adventure, which I recently published on my birthday. And basically what happens is, in the first book, one of the characters called Casey, who was in my very, very first book, she had such a high amount of high self-esteem and confidence, and she was really popular for that. However, as she grew older and she got to Casey's Diary in this book, she lost her self-esteem and she became less confident, and she started letting other people break her down and their opinions get to her. So she lost the self-esteem. And in my next book, which is the recent one that I just recently published, she gets the esteem back again from a new friend who has helped her to get back to where she was before. And she also teaches her to be independent, because you can't depend on everybody, because not everybody's going to be there with you forever. And I got the inspiration from these books because of things I see in real life, like friends, school. You see people my age who are being bullied, and they struggle with a lot of pressure or peer pressure, especially in this society. And I felt like if I can put it into a book, not only will it entertain people, but it will also teach people and help people a lot as well.
Wow. So you get your inspiration through real life stories that you encounter on a daily basis, right?
Yes, and also from the books I read, because I also have a passion for reading and I've read over 400 books. So the books that I read are always like diary books about people's lives from the first person perspective, and that's how I like to write things.
So what are you going to tell any child that is watching us or is going to watch this video later? That they are so much addicted to video games that they don't even have time to even read one book even in a month. And looking at your age, you have written over 400 books. What are you going to tell them?
When you play someone else's game or you watch someone else's video, my mom always used to tell me that when you do these things, other people have worked hard to make that game or make the video. You're just helping the person get more money. So instead of helping the person get more recognition who created the game that you're playing, or more money and more sales, you should do something else with your own time, and you should spend your time wisely. And you start off by reading, because reading not only increases your vocabulary, but it widens your imagination. And once your imagination is widened, you are very creative. You can come up with, when I say creative, many people just think about like creating like art, writing, reading, but you can also be creative in practical things. Like myself, I'm very creative when it comes to business ideas and other things like that. So it really helps you a lot. And also it's just enjoying it. It's very fun in general. And once you start reading things, or you start finding a genre of books that you actually like, then you'll get more into reading as you progress.
It's quite an interesting point that you made there, and that is, if you are watching someone's game, it means that you are helping that person to really progress or to make more sales. So what can't you also do something on your own, so that people can also be looking up to you, so that you also make more sales? I think it's as simple as that. But I think more children needs to be encouraged, especially reading, because this generation of technology has really caused a lot of young people to be addicted to WhatsApp, to social media, without really not thinking about how they can really make a difference. Now let me come to Sheila. Sheila, your story is an amazing one. Trust me, I've done a lot of research on you on social media, and I was thinking, when I was at your age, what was I doing? I don't even remember, trust me, because there was nothing at stake. Now let's talk about your numerous awards and meeting president of Kenya and that of Uganda. How has that really changed your life?
The impact that it has really brought, being able to receive the awards and meeting prominent people. It's not easy. You don't do it every day. It's not just wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to meet this person, or I'm going to achieve this. And I have really good, the impact that it has brought is mostly when I walk in the, like down the streets or somewhere, some people notice me and they congratulate me for the work, and which is one. The second thing is that most people now have now realize what I'm doing and supporting me, and being able to just get support from people. It's not easy. It's not and being able to get a lot of followers who will be able to help you and boost you in most of the works. Like sometimes when I post or when I want to sell my work, I post it on my social media account, and sometimes I get people who want to buy the work that I've done. So it has really brought an impact, and um, being able to inspire young children, because if I tell a young person or a young child that, oh, I met the president of Kenya, president of Uganda, and I've won this many awards, and I think that you can do it, that will really boost them and be able to see and say, wow, she has done this, and I believe that I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you can do it, then they can also do it, isn't it? But
Yes.
I think you wear so many hats, right? You are a designer, you are an artist, you are a musician. I call you the woman of United Nations, right? Now,
Yes.
which one of them do you think is the one that stands out among all your gifts? Which one do you think this is the one that you think I really like so much? And how are you able to manage all of them?
Well, I have numerous talents. I am a designer, model, a singer, and I am multi-talented, I can say. And I can say that I love all of my and like do it, can express my feelings through art and be able to show people what I feel and tell a story just through a painting that I do or a drawing that I do. And also for me to be able to balance all of this, it's not easy, but me and my mom will sit together every Sunday and organize. We'll have a timetable where I have things to do, when I'm going to do things. And if sometimes things just come abruptly, let's say somebody calls me or something, we look, we schedule time and we see which time is the best, and when are we supposed to do it, when can I do it. So it's all about managing time and being able to know yourself better. You can't just do these things without knowing yourself, what you love doing and how you can do them. So it's not that easy.
Wow. You need to really know how to manage time. And I think time management is very, very important, especially as a child. When do you do your homework? When do you pursue your artist work? You have to balance all these things, and before you can be able to really succeed. Now, Latoya, this quote by you, I really love this quote. It says, I aspire to inspire and encourage more children to unleash their creative genius and uncover their unique writing and entrepreneurial gifts and skills and thrive to greater heights and platform. I love this quote. Why are you so passionate about inspiring young children?
Because I think when you're young, when you get things done when you're young, you have more of a chance, you have more time, because there's loads of adults that I've heard stories from that are always like, you better work hard because when I was little, I took it for granted and it's too late now. Or there's loads of adults who had so much potential, but they just didn't use it as a child. And I think that now, especially, I'm not sure about other countries, but especially in UK and USA, I think that there's a lot of pressure on children in schools, and we're always grouped as in like smart group, the average group. And I think that that doesn't matter, and that doesn't show how smart someone actually is, or it doesn't show how much potential you can actually have. So as well as being an academical genius, I want people to realize that they can be a creative genius, and they can be creative, they can be really smart outside of school as well. Or for people who are struggling in school, just find the things that you love and you will succeed in those things, and you can inspire others, because once you inspire one person, the other person inspires someone else, and it's like a chain reaction. And that's what I'm trying to achieve here. And I think I'll definitely be able to achieve this in about the next 5 years. I want to have inspired loads of different children. I want to go around the world and talk to loads of children, and I want to help them with confidence and self-esteem raising as well, because loads of people lack confidence, especially people my age today.
Wow, but it's quite interesting because from this short conversation we had, I've seen that you are always learning from the elderly. Like the mistakes they've done, you don't want to do it. So you have taken a path where you want to correct the wrongs of, let's say, what your mother did or somebody did. So, for example, you made an example of you don't really want some older people will say at your age you didn't really take their chances and they didn't do the right thing and it has affected them in the future. Meaning that you are always listening from adults and you are learning from them. Do you think young people of today, do you think they do the same?
I think they do, but they do it like a lot less. I think that even me myself, quite a lot of times, it's like, it's not like I refuse to take advice, but it's like people are like really, loads of children are really strong-headed. I'm not that strong-headed, but like sometimes it takes like 1 or 2 times to correct me before like I accept the facts and I made the mistake. And I just think that some people sometimes they just need to learn to take constructive criticism, because at the end of the day, the person has experienced it themselves and they're helping you so you don't make the same mistakes that they've made, especially if they're older than you.
Wow. Because how were you able to develop this kind of mindset at such a young age? You know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve in life, you are aspiring towards it. How were you able to develop this kind of mindset? Because it's quite fascinating.
Yeah, I knew it because of the things I see around me, and also because of my passion. So one thing I always say to everybody who's trying to find their passion or to try and find their purpose on earth is to focus on your strengths instead of your weaknesses, because when you do this, you're always cultivating better habits, you're always knowing what you want to do, and when you figure out what you want to do and what you're passionate about and what you will really dedicate your time to and that you love, then you found something that you really like, and you can always turn that into a career, or you can always turn that into your future. And also it's because of the people you choose to see. This is another thing that I've heard a lot, because the things on social media that I like to see are the people who I am inspired to be like. So I always follow and look at successful people, and I don't necessarily copy them, but I look at their tactics and I look at, say, how they deal with time management or something like that, and I'll copy that and I'll start developing those kind of habits. So it's always like, especially because loads of children are on social media these days, it's always what you choose to consume that sticks with you, or what you want to see, or what you go and click on that stays with you. So you should always look at the better things, or the things that the people who you want to be like, or the people who inspire you to be the better person that you can be.
There's one powerful statement that you made over there, and that is you choose to consume what you want to consume, because there's so much information out there and it's about what you choose, and that is what is going to create a certain path for you. When did you realize your giftings and talents? When did you realize it?
I realized mine at a very young age, because I've always loved English. I think I realized this as soon as I learned how to read. I never always struggled with reading, but in the beginning, like every other kid, they're just learning how to read, and you like make mistakes and that. And I had a friend who is like, she loves reading so much, and she's a few years older than me, and she was the one who taught me how to read. And after that, after she taught me how to read, I loved reading, and I never stopped reading since. And I found a love for English and literature, and I realized that every time in school when we're set in groups, I'm always in the highest for reading. And I also work on this by practicing reading all the time, because I noticed that loads of people are on like the TV and things, and I like, you know, the way people watch movies. I like movies myself, but it's always better to read the book first, because also if you realize that when you read a book contains more information than the movie itself. When you watch a movie, they can take things out of the book. So I really recommend reading books, and also I just loved writing in general. I also really like drawing and art, just like Sheila, but I just don't do art as much anymore. And I used to love drawing, like I used to draw all the time. But now I think I write more than I draw.
So it means that you had different talents, but you have realized that you are more acquainted with one than the other. So you have stuck to the writing instead of drawing, right?
I still do drawings though. Like all of the illustrations inside my books, they're by me. All of like here, they're all drawn by me.
Wow, wow, wow. That's quite interesting.
Thank you.
Now you see, identifying your talent is not enough, isn't it? How have you been able to work on your talent on a consistent basis for you to be the best in terms of who you are now?
By being in place, being in order, and knowing what comes first. And it's kind of similar to the question that I always get all the time, which is like, how do you deal with all these things at once, like with school and all clubs and everything? You have to know what comes first. You have to know what comes, that you need to know what is going to benefit you more in the future. Like, say, if I used to go to a lot of clubs before the pandemic, like I used to stay after school, and now I realize that those things, they are there to keep me fit and to keep me entertained, but I need to realize which ones matter the most, which was writing for me. And when I have a lot of spare time, that's when I tend to do things like write, read, or do my cosmetics, which is why when someone asks me all the time, like, do you have any free time? I have free time, a lot of free time, but I use it up to do important things. So that's what I do. And I think that many people can relate to this who are my age, because we tend to find ourselves like stuck at home with like nothing to do. And when that happens, loads of people will just roam on social media and watching YouTube. But I always feel that time to do something useful. And when I am on social media, I create content for people, so they're watching my things or looking at my things, and I'm inspiring other people. So that's what I do. Use your time wisely.
Now let me move into the entrepreneurship space. Now we've talked about the book. Now, what came into your mind to develop that product that that you have in terms of the taste, eyes, cosmetics? What really what happened for you to get into that space?
So I've always liked in primary school, everybody had this idea of, I'm now in secondary school, but when I was, everybody had this idea of like, when you go to secondary school, it's always going to be like mixing things, and you're going to be creating like explosions in science and stuff like that. And we do get to do some of that, but I realized like we don't get to do as much of it as everybody thought. So me and my little brother, I remember when I was about, I think I started this at like the age of 10. I think there was something around the time which was really popular, and it was called slime. And it's like where you mix all these ingredients together and you make like this strange consistency, and like people play with it. And I just like mixing things like that. And I'd go like to the bathroom and be doing just weird things and mixing them together. And one day, which was, I think it's 2 Christmases ago, my mom, she got me this set because she knew I liked things like that. And it's where you can make your own cosmetics. And as soon as I saw it, I was screaming and jumping of joy. I opened it and I got to work straight away. And I found myself making the lip glosses the most in particularly. And I used to mix them all day long and I would use it and it make my lips so soft. So I decided, why can't I make my own from scratch? Because I'm using somebody else's pack. And I decided to go ahead to my room and I bought a few ingredients. I didn't buy that much at first because I didn't know I wanted to make it a business at the time. And I started doing it. And my first ever batch was the cranberry crush flavored lip gloss. And at that time, my auntie tried some and my mom tried them, and it was really nice and they really liked it. I got a lot of positive feedback. So I was like, you know what if I sell this? So I went to school and I started selling and I started making small profit, and bit by bit it's came to where I am right now. So I started from just trying something out that I love to now making it into a business.
So how did you know that? How did you get the ingredients? Or how did you research? How did you? I don't even know where to start from.
So my ingredients are 100% organic and all natural. And at first, I wanted to be like every other brand and every other thing that I see on social media. I just wanted to do lip gloss. And I was like, can I do to my mom? Can I do eyelashes? Can I do eyeshadow? Can I do foundation? And my mom was like, hold on, because she is a doctor, so she has like she's more experienced than me and she knows more of these things, and she really likes natural things. Like, she doesn't really like to give us that much medicine like when we're ill. She likes to use more natural things. So she was like, I haven't even done my research yet, and I can't just be like every other person. And if I want to call my brand an organic brand, then I have to have everything organic. And I realized that that's true. That's the whole point, because usually all the makeup brands that you see on social media are about people, girls covering their face, people covering their imperfections and their pimples. They're covering it, or their acne, and they're not really taking care of it. They're just concealing it for a while, but then it comes out worse than it was before. So I decided that I'm going to start making things for young girls to embrace their flaws and embrace the acne and the pimples or the things they struggle with on their skin. And I thought that that was a good idea, and my mom supported me, and we all of the products that we use in these things are all organics. Like, this one is the mint lip oil, and it's an olive oil lip oil. This one is an oat and coconut facial scrub, and it's really helped me with my pimples because I used to have a lot myself, and ever since I started using it, they're all literally gone. And then here is also another one of my favorites, and it's the exotic tone, which is a deep tone and anti-stretch mark cream with shea butter and coconut, and they're all 100% natural and organic products.
Wow. Are you facing any challenges?
One of my biggest challenges, and it's always been one of the challenges I faced, are probably procrastination, and I'm trying to get better at that, and I have started improving lately. And it all just started when I actually started getting to work and making these books and publishing them. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'll have a rest day today, or I'll set myself a goal and I will be like, I'll do it tomorrow, but then I just never ended up doing it. But now I've actually started watching people who I want to be like or who inspire me, and I see them writing their goals down and telling themselves they have to do it. So every time I have something important on my mind, or I know that I have to get something done, I write it down and I've got it done the next day.
Wow. So a lot of young people, even older people, when they start something and they face challenges, most of them, all they do is they give up. What are you going to tell those people?
So this is actually one of the key messages in my book, Anderson Adventure. One of the key messages is persistence, because the character, she betrays her friends and they don't forgive her, and she almost feels like giving up, and she doesn't give up, and she keeps pleading and pleading until they realize that she really is a true friend. they really do want her back because she's true, and they can see that she really wants to be their friend again. And there's successful people like J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. She got rejected by so many people so many times, but she didn't give up and she kept pushing, and now her books are worldwide bestsellers and she's made so much money from them, and they're all films. So I would say that you should never give up, because even if you continue and you keep making mistakes or you keep getting rejected, you will eventually make it. And it's better to try and fail than to not try at all.
It's better to try and fail than not to try at all. Is it that people are afraid to try? And is it that people are thinking, me, Latoya, if I write a book and nobody buys it, if I do this cosmetics and nobody buys it, if it fails, what are people going to say about me? Is that what goes through people's mind? That's why they never try at all?
I think it is, personally, because I've been like this at a point in life as well. And I have friends who think this way as well. And I think that they doubt things before they even try. And that's a big mistake that loads of people make. Like, I used to do that as well when I used to try help my little sister to do gymnastics, and I would go with her and I'll be like, no, I won't be able to do this. What if I hurt myself? What if, what if? And instead of saying what if or having a what if mindset, you should have an I can mindset and say I can do it. Because if you believe that you can do it and if you manifest in it, then eventually it's going to come true and it's going to happen. You're going to achieve it.
Wow. We now have Sheila back, and we've had a more discussion, but we are happy you are back. Now we are talking about challenges that you are facing in terms of your talent, in terms of your business as an artist. What are some of the challenges that you have faced in pursuit of your business, Sheila?
Oh, okay. Some of the challenges that I faced in art is many people don't really believe that I'm the one who draws these wonderful paintings because of my age and that my gender, that I'm a girl, and they mostly expect boys are the ones who to be drawing and stuff. So that is one of the challenges that I face. The other challenge is being able to getting exposure, being able to sell my paintings, and getting the people who love art. It's not easy. And also, Kenyans don't really believe that. Kenyans don't really appreciate art. If you tell somebody the price of some of my paintings, they will deny it because they're expecting it to be very cheap, and they don't accept the value of art. They don't really. If I say that one of my paintings is 100,000, somebody might just say, no, that might be just 1,000 or 2,000 Kenyan money. So they don't really appreciate art. And another challenge is being able to meet these prominent people that I draw. Yeah.
Wow. Because I think there is one statement that you made that I really want to single it out, that people don't believe it is you who did it. And I think that can really bring you down, isn't it? Because we've all got our own talent. And if people don't believe that you are the one who did this, so they would go like, are you the one who did it? And
are you really the one?
What is your response?
I usually tell them that yes, I am the one who usually does these things, and just because of my age, it doesn't mean I can't do this wonderful that
I think we're having some.
I'm doing it. Tell them the truth. Post videos. I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying we're having some internet challenges. We are finding it difficult to hear you, and so yeah, you go.
Okay, I'm saying sometimes people need proof. So sometimes I do videos where I'm drawing and be able to show those people who don't believe that it's me who does the painting.
Okay. Wow, that's quite interesting. And you talked about people not appreciating also your works because they think it should have some cheap value. But I've seen your paintings and
Yes.
I've realized that they are quality. I'm just wondering whether if you were living in the United States or you were living in the UK, how life would have turned around because they value more of painting than probably Africa, to be honest. So I think,
Exactly. Yes.
yes, all you need is international exposure, but I believe you are on that road to international exposure, isn't it?
Very true.
Now let me go to um, Latoya. Latoya, a lot of children are waiting to get to a certain age before they start pursuing any vision they have. What are you going to tell those children?
You don't need to wait at all. Anything is possible, and you should start now because the longer you wait, you're delaying your dreams, you're delaying the chances of it actually happening because there's other people who are working hard right now, right this second, and they're going to get to the point that they want to be before you do because you're not trying enough, you're just waiting, you're depending on the future. And I used to be like this myself. I used to be like, I'm probably going to start doing this when I'm 16, when I'm 17, but I realized that when I start now, you get more recognition now, and by the time you're older, you'll already be worldwide, you're already selling everywhere. And it's best if you start at a younger age because you inspire more people, because people find it hard, just like Sheilah said, people find it hard to believe that she's the one who draws her art. People find it hard to believe that they're older than you and they still are waiting for their dreams to happen, but you're younger than them and you're out here inspiring people and you're here doing your job and you're here making people happy.
Wow. Now, Sheila, what are you going to tell those people that are waiting for a certain age before they pursue any vision or any business they want to?
My advice to young children out there who think that at a certain age you're supposed to do something or to start a business, you can start at any age that you would like, as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you know what you want to become in the future, and anything is possible if you believe and just keep working hard. That's all I have to tell them. It's all about working hard and seeing where you want to become in the future or who you want to become in the future.
So it's about believing in yourself, isn't it? And if you don't believe
Yes,
in yourself,
exactly.
I always say that if you don't believe in yourself, then who is going to believe in you?
No one will.
Of course.
Yeah.
You need to believe in yourself that whatever you are doing, it can be possible. Now I can see that the two of you, you are too confident. Like you have got that confidence. Look, at my age, I don't even think I can be on this screen talking. I remember the first time I held the mic, I was shaking because I haven't stood in front of anybody. The first time I had interview, I was shaking, and that was my old age. Like I was older, right? Now, where do you get your confidence from, Latoya?
I might probably get my confidence from knowing myself first. And in the beginning, when I did start talking publicly, I did remember that like 5 minutes before stage, I would memorize it and I would say to myself that I can do it. And I still am nervous to this day. Not when I do interviews, but like when I go to talk to people, sometimes I do get nervous, but that's okay. As long as you go out there and you know you can do it and you believe in yourself, then you'll be able to do it. Before you go on stage or before you go to the interview, you should always run over things or run over what you have to say, and you should always memorize it and believe in yourself that you can do it. And when you believe in yourself, it really does work, because I remember one time, this was one of my very first talks publicly, I didn't really believe in myself and I was really nervous, and I let the the feeling of being anxious, I let it like overcome me, and I let that take over me, and I ended up just standing there, and I was just like this. I was just reading the whole speech off my phone because I didn't believe that I could do it by myself freely, and I was just very scared. But now when I go and I believe in myself and I know that I can do it, then and I know that I'm capable of doing it, and I know it's helping other people, inspiring other people, then I believe I can do it, and I always get it done.
I believe I can do it. Now, Sheila, your take on that.
Yes.
How are you able to be so confident? Tell me how.
As Latoya said, it's all about knowing yourself, being able to know what you can do and what you can't do. Because you can't, at a young age, let's say you're about 5 years old, you can't have a whole speech just presenting by yourself. You need to be able to know what you can do, the limits, and what you can't do. And another thing is, my confidence comes from like I really love inspiring young children and be able to give them hope. It's all about giving them hopes, and that's what I love doing, and that's how just the confidence comes in. And sometimes when I'm going for a show or speaking publicly in front of many children and people, I really get nervous, and the more nervous I get, the better I will do.
Wow.
So that just happens to me.
So being nervous is an inspiration for you to do better, right?
Yes, because I know I can feel the people who are watching me and the people who I inspire. So it's all about knowing what you want to do and what impact you want to bring to the society. Yeah.
About what impact you want to bring to society. To be honest with you, I'm so proud of you,
Yes.
right? I saw your flyer in one of WhatsApp groups pages, and I looked at the person
Yes.
who said it, and I'm like, okay, let me contact this woman because these young ladies, I need to interview them. And trust me, I started searching about you on the internet, and I'm like, wow, my children, they need to listen to you guys because you are going to give them work to do, isn't it? Because
Yes.
and I think that you are inspiring a lot of young children and even adults that you are not even aware of,
Okay.
because a lot of people see the works you are doing and in their minds you are an inspiration to them. Now, in terms of your friends, do you think your works has really changed some of them, their mindset, and has it also caused some of them to start something, Latoya?
Definitely. I remember whenever we talked together and we're like, who's the most optimistic out of our friend group, and or like who's the most confident out of your friend group, all of my friends always say me. And I think I've also helped my friends as well to always be more confident and to know themselves and know their worth. And I have one friend who struggles with confidence a lot, and she's still not there yet, but I believe eventually she will get there. And she doesn't really believe in herself, but I'm helping her bit by bit, and I really believe that eventually she'll get to the point where she needs to be, and she'll have that level of confidence like she had when she was small again. And I think that whenever my friends have an idea, I'm always helping them to turn into like a business. Like I just love the idea of business. Like you could give me literally a box of sellotape and I'd be able to sell it. And whenever my friends have an idea, I always help them build on the idea, which is why one of my other best friends, she's currently working on her own business, and it's called H&H Boxes, where she does these beautiful boxes with these lovely self-care treats inside, and there's loads of wonderful things in there. And I helped her with that. I'm very proud to say that she's came up with the idea and she has a good business mindset.
Wow. Now, Sheila, have you been able to inspire your friends, your family in terms of what you do? Have you really been able to change their mindset?
Yes, I have. I have inspired my family, my friends, and even some of the people that follow me in my account. And basically, some of the people who follow me in my account usually call me and tell me how much I've inspired them, and how I can help them. And sometimes I give them advices. And also some of my friends and my family, especially my brother, young brother. His name is Breston Embron, and he wants to become a singer. And he's good at singing, but then he's young. He's about 6 years old. But then I'm telling him that if you practice, keep on singing, practicing singing, just practicing, watching YouTube songs, and it will give you ideas which will be able to help you. And him looking at his older sister, seeing all the good things and great work I've been doing, he gets inspiration. And also some of my friends, they are like, wow, I'm so happy to have a friend like you who is doing wonderful work and being an inspiration to many people. Yeah.
Oh man, do you know what I'm going to do after this interview? I am just going to relax and watch it again. And I'm going to take my pen and my paper and take down some notes because you girls are
Okay.
amazing. Latoya,
Thank you.
what do you think your parents, the role of your parents in all this success that you have been able to achieve? What do you think the role your parents have played in this?
I think each one has their own important, like their own important part. And I'll start from my mom. I think my mom, she's always there to push me, especially when it comes to getting things done, because I, like I said before, I really struggle with procrastination sometimes. And she's just always there pushing me, and she's just like, if you don't get it done, then you're never going to make it out there, and if you don't get it done now, then when are you going to get it done? Because you can't wait till it's too late. And I think that's just what helps me get my things done, because I don't think if it wasn't for my mom, then I probably wouldn't have done all these books and things like that. I wouldn't have took it seriously. And even sometimes now still, when I don't post my things as much, she's always there reminding me post consistently. And whenever I do post consistently, I always have people um on my Instagram, they're asking me where can I get the link to buy my book, and they're always just asking. And both of my parents are always there to give me the right kind of criticism, especially when sometimes I struggle with taking it in, but eventually I realize my mistakes and it helps me. And they're both always there to help me be a good person as well, because I think if I had a different set of parents, I definitely wouldn't have this mindset, and I probably would be like every other kid who's I don't know, probably just wasting their time and not spending it on something that is going to benefit your future.
What are you going to tell any parent that is watching this interview?
That you should never ever ever compare your child to another child, because whenever people watch these kind of interviews with like other younger children, I see like loads of them compare their children to other kids, and I don't think that's right, because it's not really going to help your child in any other way. Or like you're saying, look at this girl, she does this and she does this, and you're doing this. The child's probably like, okay, because like there's not really a point in comparing your child to another child, because you're just putting your kid down, and you're you're gonna make them struggle a lot with their confidence, especially today, because that's where a lot of people get compared to other children. And it just puts a lot of pressure on your child, and you should always be there for them and focus on their strengths instead of their weaknesses. Don't focus on the things that you want your child to be or you think is perfect for your child. Focus on the things that you know your child is capable of doing, and you know that they like a lot. Because if you say, many people always like, I want my child to be a doctor, a lawyer, and there's nothing wrong with those jobs. Those jobs are like really fantastic jobs, but there's not everybody wants to have the same job or like that dream job. Everybody likes different things, and I think forcing your child to be this specific kind of person or do things that they don't like, it won't get them anywhere at all, and they'll spend all their life looking at how can I be like a perfect lawyer when turns out they're not good in the lawyering fields at all.
Wow. Now, if you are watching us, we want to encourage you to share this for somebody to have an opportunity to really watch this as well. And also, if you are a parent here and you are watching this on your own, I want to say you are a bit selfish, because you should watch it with your children. Or after this program, let your children watch this program. Why? Because they will be inspired. They will understand that they can do anything at any age. They don't need to wait at a certain age before they start. And trust me, all you can do to support this platform also is to like our page on Facebook and on YouTube. And also share this for somebody to have an opportunity to watch. Now, Sheila, what role has your parents played in terms of helping you in this vision and in this your business?
My parents have really supported me. First of all, when I discovered that I had the talent in drawing, which I discovered it at the age of 5 years old. And after that, when my mom noticed, actually it's my teacher who noticed and told my mom, but then we're leaving the school. But at first, my mom didn't believe, because every child draws. And then after that, when we came to Mombasa, where we were in Malindi, and when we came to Mombasa, she told me to draw her. After I drew her, she started supporting me.
I think we are having a bit of challenge with Sheila. Yes, and yeah, we're having a bit of challenge with Sheila. So we're going to continue with Latoya. So Latoya, what does the future hold for you? How do you want to see yourself the next 10 years? How do you want to see yourself the next 15, 20 years?
In the next 15, 20 years, I want my books and my cosmetics to be one of my main sources of income, and I want to have inspired many, many young children, many young girls. I want my products to be selling worldwide. I also do YouTube videos with my brothers and sisters, and I think I really have a goal for that to go like worldwide, and it's going to be everywhere. And I've always dreamed of being like that, and I always want to inspire other people. I don't want that chain reaction of confidence and building self-esteem to really happen and to really form over the next few years. And I want to help a lot of children who haven't got the support from their parents, or who have a lot of potential but their parents aren't supporting them.
That is quite interesting, and trust me, that is a good thing. And I can say the future only looks bright, because with what you have been able to achieve now, if you focus and continue to work hard, it can only be better. Trust me, it can only be better. You cannot go backwards. So just continue to do what you are doing. Your confidence is enough for me. Focus with humility, push boundaries. The UK is just a small portion of your success story. You need to break through in Asia, in Africa, in the Americas, because you have got a story to share. I always say this, that a lot of people want to hold the mic, but when they are giving the mic, what story are they going to share? So many people don't have any story to share, but they still want to hold the mic. You can only inspire when you have a story to share. Now we are about to wrap up. Sheila, what role has your parents played in terms of this journey?
My parents have really played a major role in my journey, especially art and my talents, and they have been supporting me being able to buy the paints and materials that I need in art are really expensive. But my mother has been doing all her best to be able to afford or to be able to give me what I need in art and my talent. And also my dad has really helped me in especially removing the frames from the canvas and being able to keep them in the canvas. It's really hard, and you really need a male body in this industry. And my dad and my parents have really played a really big role. Yeah.
Now, what does the future hold? The next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15 years. What does the future hold for Sheila?
The future holds my future in 5 or 10 years coming. I would love to inspire young children. I would love to change the world, to be able to inspire young children to become what they want, no matter which age you are, where you come from, which background you come from. It doesn't matter. Just I want to be able to move young children and young women and men hearts. Yeah.
If you didn't enjoy this, then I don't know what to say to you, because I really enjoyed this discussion. And trust me, there are so many comments here, but I'm going to read a few of them. We have got Ingando Michael Lakimbi. He says, "Well done, ladies. We are very proud of you both." Then he also says, inspirational. Then I've got Vaughn. Vaughn says, "It's better to try and fail than not to try at all." Powerful, Latoya. That was a powerful quote from you, Latoya. And Vaughn also says, Sheila and Latoya are, he says, Sheila and Latoya, you two are truly inspiring and a great role model to your peers. And Vaughn also says, what a great show. And Vaughn also says, thank you, Auntie Rachel. Then I've got Rachel Hill saying, so proud of you, Latoya. And she also says, well done. Then I've got Energy Max say, keep it, Sheila. Erin Deli. Then I've got Ingando coming back saying, you could give me a box of sellotape and I can be able to sell it. That's my girl. That's Latoya. That was a powerful quote. Then I've got Rachel coming in and say, Nadia and Michelle love your book so much. They have been telling their friends about the books. Wow. Then Ingando also says that they should join the writing contest and publish with Latoya. Wow. There are so many comments. Look, I can't really read all, and that shows how you are inspiring the world and how you are making that difference. I wish at your age I knew what I wanted to do with my life. To be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was just waiting for where the wind would blow me and where luck will shine on me. But for you, you are creating your own luck. And that is what makes the difference. And I think the world needs you. You guys should prepare to travel across the globe to speak to young people, because look, not every child in our generation is doing what you are doing. So all I can say, some people say the sky is the limit, but I always say the sky is a stepping stone for another exploitation. You can go beyond the skies. Don't let anyone put limitation on you, because that is the only way you can succeed. It's been wonderful having the two of you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed the interview.
Wow. And let me do a few mentions of our sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting firm, and they also work with students in terms of their personal development. ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call them and they will sort you out. ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched their ZPay mobile money. That is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Then Wheels for Sure, your car leasing for every credit based in the UK. Wheels for Sure says it doesn't matter your credit history. You can walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. When you call them, put T2Y 2020 and they will sort you out. If you want to really speak to any of our sponsors, their numbers and contact details are scrolling on the screen. Take them and contact them. I always say that if you contact them and you say you got it from T2I TV UK, you are more likely to get a good deal. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, you are more than happy to do so. We are here every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Saturday, 8 p.m. GMT. We bring you powerful stories like this. On Saturday, I've got a woman who is a blogger, a lady who is a blogger, and she's also an author. She's going to talk to us about her journey and also give us synopsis about her book. You can't afford to miss it. It's a very powerful book that is going to inspire you. Now to Latoya, your last word to everyone that is watching us, especially every child that is watching us or will watch this interview later.
This one is directed for all the children who have so much potential, but they don't have as much people who are supporting them at home. One is never give up. And also on my Instagram, which is Latoya Lakimbi, and my website, which is www.lakambiglobalpublishing.com, I am hosting a writing competition for young children to enter so that you can end up publishing a book with me. It will be sold, we'll help you with the publicity, and it's going to be a great opportunity for young people who have dreamed to be authors, but they don't have that support at home. So me and my mom have set that up on our website to help you, and it ends the 30th of November this month, and that's on my Instagram, which is Latoya Lakimbi, or www.lakambiglobalpublishing.com.
Now, Sheila, your last word to everyone watching us and where people can really find your works, yeah?
My last word, especially to young children, is that I believe that every child is a child prodigy who's waiting to be discovered so that they can make our change in their community, in their life, and their life in their community. And I believe that every child is a child prodigy. Just kick the ball harder, and you will definitely score. I repeat, kick the ball harder, and you will definitely score. You can also find me in Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Sheila Sheldone. YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Sheila Sheldone, and also my website is SheilaSheldoneArt.com, ART.com.
Wow, it's been wonderful having you girls, and trust me, I really enjoyed every bit of it. And if you are watching this, we encourage you to share this for somebody to have an opportunity to really watch this. And also like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, T2I TV UK. These are the kind of conversations that we bring to you every week, every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Saturday, 8 p.m. GMT. You can't afford to miss it. Thank you very much, young ladies, and God richly bless you. And we will have another interview in due time.
Thank you so much.
I was happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, and stay blessed. Bye-bye, and have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and wonderful weekend.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Author's Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.